Aloha, good morning. Welcome to Kahu's Corner this Monday morning, beginning of the work week. Thank you for joining me. Last week, Linda and myself was out on vacation, so we took some time off and visited some family up in California, and now we're back and ready to get rolling again. So, again, I appreciate your guys' encouragement and just joining me here on Kahu's Corner, whatever time is convenient for you. For me, I like to do this early in the morning before I go to work, so it's better for me to do it early. But this morning, I wanted to just kind of continue on the journey we've been taking this past few weeks on our mouths, how we control it, our words, how we control what we say, and really, it's really how we feel, what's in our heart, what are we thinking about at the time, really determines what we say. And it can be uplifting, you can be encouraging, you can build up a person, and just as quick, you can tear down, tear apart, demean somebody. But it all comes down to before we say what we say, we really got to think about it, because once it leaves our mouths, there's no getting it back. I've been a part of relationships that's been broken up, and also relationships that's been mended. Like I said, there's like yesterday, I don't know if you guys was in service or was watching service online. Kahu had said something. There's always two sides of the coin. When you look at something, especially when you get into relationships, it can be at church, it can be in school, it can be in your workplace, in your family, your friend, circle of friends. What we say really determines the outcome of whatever is going on, really. So we said that in the book of James that he talked about it in chapter 3. The whole chapter 3 in James was literally talking about the tongue, how deceiving it is. Something so small can start, it's like a spark that can start a major fire, or something so small like the rudder on a big ship. It controls the way, the direction that the ship goes. The tongue is nothing different. It can control the whole outcome of something good or something bad. And it's everywhere in the Bible. The way we speak, how we say our words to each other makes a big difference. This morning, I wanted to just kind of keep going. I mean, you can just flip pages in the book of Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. I mean, just read the Gospels. I mean, Jesus knew how to build up, and he knew how to tear down too, how to correct. There was right times for him to say what he said. There was meaning behind it, but when we just come into a conversation and start saying stuff without thinking what we want to say, the damage can be bad. So this comes out of the Psalm 39 in the book of Psalms. It's a Psalm of David, and he starts it off in chapter 1. In verse 1, he says, I said to myself, I will watch what I do and not sin in what I say. I will hold my tongue when the ungodly are around me. Sometimes when people are around us that don't see the right things we see, or want to do the right things we want to do, then we got to watch what we say, because sometimes we have a tendency to say stuff right off the bat that might end up hurting the conversation or making things worse. Verse 2, but I stood there in silence, Not even speaking of good things, the turmoil within me grew worse. The more I thought about it, the hotter I got, igniting a fire of words. So sometimes just being silent, we've got to learn to control our temper, to be calm, and make sure what we say um, that it's positive, that it's like I said, building up, encouraging. And sometimes when we say stuff in the heat of the moment, is what I'm trying to say, and it's exactly what David's talking about. He says, the more I thought about it, the hotter I got, igniting a fire of words. In the heat of the moment, we say stuff um, that might not go well in whatever conversation with whoever we're talking with. So, just want to say that this morning or throughout your day, throughout the week, whether your conversation may be with a coworker, a classmate, relative, a friend, or just somebody walking through KTA that might have done something or say something to you, that there's two ways to handle it. Like Kahu said, there's two sides of the coin. You can either let it go and say something encouraging, or again, the opposite side of the coin is just, say something that might be more damaging. So I pray for you and for myself that when we get in that situation, let our words be uplifting, positive, encouraging, and I think we'll walk away from any situation feeling better and more positive, and that's what God would want us to do, is to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. So you guys have a blessed day, a safe day, and we'll see you later. Allah.